This is the times when I feel sickening. Sometimes I feel like this, not totally focused, not 100% clear, feeling all unbalanced and wanting to shed a tear. This is the ups and the downs of transitioning. Hi everyone, welcome to TransByDef on Saturdays with Harley. Anyways, so I just want to first start off and say thank you, Deval Patrick, Massachusetts governor, for signing the Transgender Equal Rights. You know, that is freaking awesome that, you know, last week it was that goo-blue Richard Floyd trying to stump a mud hole, and then this week we have a governor from Massachusetts who signs equal bills of rights for situations like going into the restroom, going to the dressing room without any discrimination. So that's awesome, completely awesome. Just want to say that. Also, if I haven't said it already, today I'm feeling kind of different, which explains the lighting and stuff. So feeling a little bit, I don't know, just feeling interesting today. Alright, so today's topic is Aaron's topic, which is talk about the ups and downs when coming out as transgender. Yeah. And what was the first step to take, what was the first step you took in transition? So, you know, a lot of the girls on here made some really good videos, and I'm just like, wow, you know, it's really cool to see different points of views, and it shows that we're all coming from different places, but we share similarities and commonalities, but you know, it just shows how much pretty awesome. I don't know, it's cool. Alice mentioned something in her video that kind of hit me kind of good. She mentioned about going into hiding after pretty much going to transitioning and then going into hiding again. And I never thought of that. I was like, wow, you know, that's sort of what I was trying to do, you know? And then I'm like, yeah, I mean, wow, you know, it kind of hit me like that, and it got me thinking a lot. So thank you, Alice, for mentioning that, because I never thought of it. I mean, I'm pretty close. I mean, I'm pretty new into transitioning, so I haven't got to that point yet, and now it's like, wow, I didn't realize it. So thanks for putting that in. Oh yeah, before we get into the topic, let's do the word of the day. Today's word of the day is antitonic. That's right, antitonic. And what this means is sort of before becoming well-being. So it's kind of like, you know, I'm at the antitonic stage before becoming the well-being. So I'm transitioning and doing that. So that's a good word today. I'm not sure if it exists already. I was looking up really quick, and I didn't see anything too much. So let's talk about Aaron's topic. Pretty much the ups and downs, a lot of ups and downs, especially with hormones. I mean, hormones has been fucking with my mood. I'll feel really good one day, and then another day I'll be like, but I think lately, now that I'm on this new dosage, that it's been helping. I've been kind of evening out and stuff like that. So yeah. But let me talk about like when I came out. Pretty much, the first step I took in transitioning, after watching YouTube videos and watching everyone else's experience, I went and ordered hormones online and took them. And that was my first step in transitioning. I didn't tell anyone. I didn't do anything right in the beginning. So pretty much that was my first step, which was the worst step I could have took at that time. But it was a step. It was a bad step, but it was a step. Later on, maybe like a year later, I was getting, boobs. And I was still walking around the house with an undershirt, and my mom, my sister, noticed. And that's kind of how it came up. When I told my mom, she asked what was going on. And it was kind of funny because she was like saying, your father got water in his chest before too. So you can tell me, are you getting water in your chest? Are you getting water in your chest? And I'm like, no, I'm not getting water in the chest. And pretty much it was kind of like that. And so I kind of sat down and talked to her. I said, there's something I'm afraid to tell you. And I started like tearing and breaking down, and I was really, really crazy. That was the first moment. And I said, Ma, I have a gender identity disorder or dysphoria, and forget how I said that. And I said, which means I'm a transgender, and I'm transitioning to become a girl. And really? And she's like, yeah. And I'm like, yeah. And I was just like, I was just like really breaking down, and I had the pillow in my hand. I was like, and I mean, that was the first time I really broke down, and I knew it was the hormones, and that was kind of like, oh my God. And my mom was very accepting, and not like wasn't encouraging me to do it because she doesn't want me to do it. And that's really it hurts me sometimes because she tells me, I don't really want you to do this. And I'm like, I have to live, I have to do this so I can feel better about myself and I can go on with my life and not worry about this, because it's always on the back of my mind, it's always here. And that's kind of what I was telling her. And so she's like, I'm gonna have to tell your father. I'm like, don't tell him. And then like the next day my dad comes out, he's like, your mother told me. Don't worry, I'm not gonna throw you out of the house. Your mom told me, and we're gonna talk later, but don't worry. And I almost fell on the floor, by the way, so don't worry. So that's kind of like what he told me. I was like, oh my God. Going to work, and then we came back, we talked, and we talked about everything. So they were kind of cool about it, but there's something Jenny mentioned about like, she, kind of scared about telling her friends and family, and, I'm still at that point where not all my family and friends know. And I mentioned this to Jenny. I said, they're not your friends if they don't support you, if they don't want to hang out with you, or if they're not calling you, they're not really your friend. Because if you tell them something like that, they should be like, hey, are you doing okay? Making sure of you're okay, because it is a hard thing. And the other thing is people tend to not wanting to hang out with you because they're either afraid to be seen with you. And that's how you know that, hey, those are the people you don't want to be with. So, I mean, you can hang out every so often if they want to, give them a chance, but to adjust. But, it's tough. It's ups and downs. You're going to have it. You're going to lose friends. You might lose some family people. And the thing is, you have to be true to yourself, and that's the most important thing. I know some people are starting their hormones, and you're gonna have a lot of ups and downs right now, especially what's going through your mind, like, are you doing the right thing? And you have to take a step and think about it. And I mean, think about this. I mean, the first few months you can like get off of it and you can reverse. So it's not like permanent right there. So I hope this was very informational to you all. And many hugs, and